Are you a new fan of professional wrestling, looking to learn some new slang? Or perhaps you've been around professional wrestling, but just don't know some of the terminology utilized by a lot of wrestling fans and wrestlers alike? Well, look no further. This is part one of some professional wrestling slang. Face, or babyface, either or really, which refers to that of a good guy in professional wrestling. Some people you might think of when it comes to babyfaces could include the likes of John Cena or maybe even a Rey Mysterio. And on the opposite side of things, you have your dastardly heels, of which is, well, you might have guessed it by now, a bad guy in professional wrestling. You might think the likes of Vince McMahon, maybe even Triple H, or perhaps even of modern professional wrestling, the Ring General, Gunther. Maybe you're looking for outside of WWE, you might think of MJF. All in all, a heel is essentially a villain. Face turn. Quite frankly, you probably have already guessed it by now, but it's essentially when a bad guy turns good. You might think of, perhaps, like earlier this year, Jimmy or Jey Uso turning on Roman and leaving the bloodline, or perhaps when Sami Zayn did the exact same thing. Essentially, yeah, good guy is born. And on the other side of things, you have a heel turn, which is whenever a good guy turns bad. You might think of perhaps when Brock Lesnar decided to, for some reason, attack Cody Rhodes, of which, at the time of me recording this, we still have no idea why he did that. But you also have the likes of when Dominic Mysterio decided to betray his father and decked him with a clothesline. Or perhaps the other times that Rey Mysterio was betrayed, like when Batista or Eddie Guerrero did it. And then you have a clean finish. A clean finish essentially whenever a match ends without any shenanigans. And on the other side, you have a dirty finish, which is whenever someone perhaps cheats to win. Maybe there's some pulling of their tights, a low blow, some poison mist. The list could go on and on, really. Interference, you name it. Just look at the majority of Roman Reigns' matches and how this man continuously retains. And before we get to the last one, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, maybe even comment down below some wrestling terms you would want me to cover next time. But enough of that, let me give y'all a bonus. And I'll give a bit of a bonus one. A house show, which is essentially a non-televised show, perhaps a WWE Live, is a bit of a good example. A show where there's no cameras rolling.